Welcome back, everybody, to the second half of The Moon, where we get to talk about the Artemis program that's currently happening. For you guys, it's already happened. Today, as we're recording this, it is April 10th, and in about a half an hour, Artemis II
I
should
had
land
no
in the
idea.
Pacific Ocean.
Oh, I didn't know it was
I'm
happening
so
today.
excited.
That's crazy.
I can't wait till
Perfect
they get
timing.
back.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So exciting. So, yeah, I'll probably Google it as we continue to talk so that we can shout hooray. Because, man, I don't understand anxiety about those poor people in outer space.
Me
And
too.
why? Like, I woke up in the middle of the night one night and I thought, there's people in outer space right now, just
I
floating
always
out
wonder
there.
if it's
They
because
need
it's
to
been
get
so
back.
long since we've done something like this, and then kind of a lot of tragedies that have happened like in between. I think that's, and of course, I
Yeah.
was alive. I
Yeah.
don't know if you were alive when what's the mission that happened in the 80s that had the teacher?
The Challenger,
Yeah.
yeah. You guys were too
Yeah.
young. I
The
was the
Challenger. Oh,
generation
gosh.
that
Saw
was
it,
sitting
right?
I
there
was too young to
in
know
the
it.
classroom watching it.
Live.
Oh, I remember.
I just remember
Trust me.
seeing it,
Oh,
but I don't
was
think I was watching it live like
horrible.
you.
Yeah, you
Oh
were too
my-
young. You wouldn't have been in school yet.
Yeah, the
So
only other worst thing yeah, maybe. What year
I
was
probably
it?
wasn't even
I'm
alive.
pretty sure we were live. We
What
were
year
just too
was it?
little to like really comprehend.
I say
I don't
87,
remember.
which would have made me 10.
Yeah. I mean, I vaguely remember as a child.
I was 2.
I just don't think
1986.
yeah, I
January
was just little.
1986. So I was 9 years old. So Heather, you would have been like kindergarten. I doubt
Yeah, I was in
kindergarten. They wouldn't have
kindergarten.
watched.
Oh,
They
yeah,
wouldn't
I
have
was
been
No, I
watching
wouldn't have
it.
watched it, but I knew about it. Like
Yeah.
you're little,
you
you
would have
pay
heard.
attention.
Oh my gosh, it
Sure,
was
there
so
was a lot of
terrible.
buzz, I'm
We
sure.
were
It
so
was
excited.
tragic.
And there was a teacher because she was a teacher. And oh my,
Yeah.
it was
I think that's
Oh,
why in
yeah.
schools it was so like
bad.
prevalent, I feel.
And the Challenger was going to the space station, right?
Maybe.
Mm.
The International
remember.
Space
It's hard to
Station
get over
orbiting
the
Earth.
I
explosion.
mean, that's
you kind of
all
forget.
I remember.
Yeah.
Was
Anyways, I didn't mean to start that off badly, but I just
Let's
I
go on
think
to the
that's where
good stuff.
the
I
anxiety
know.
comes.
But I think, yeah, that does really explain. Yes, it explains our worry because, yeah, they're out there and they only have the resources they packed. They can't stop off the side of the road and get help or get resources or what have you. They're in outer space.
And
They
the
only have what
stars
they packed.
and the
So it's got to
moon.
go right, right?
All
And the
unpredictable.
stars. Yeah, and the sun. Okay, so let's get back to the Artemis program because it's super exciting. I don't have a lot to say because of course it's just the beginning. So originally the Artemis program was referred to as exploration missions or Orion missions. They decided on a shout out to the OG Apollo missions by naming it Artemis, which is the Greek goddess of the moon and Apollo's twin sister. Side note, because I thought that the Apollo mission should have been named Artemis because Apollo is the sun god in Greek mythology. So the director of the Apollo missions, Abe Silverstein, chose Apollo because he drives a chariot across the sun, which represents power, light, and leadership, which is what the US was trying to obtain from the Soviet Union at the time. So it does make sense, after all, that that's why they called them. So thus far, they have plans for 9 Artemis missions, with the first 5 having planned details of what their missions will be, and the other 4 being not so concrete because they may have to pivot based on prior missions. Artemis 1 was in 2022, an uncrewed test flight for the Space Launch System, which is the rocket, and Orion capsule, which orbited the moon to test systems before human flights. So Orion is like the command center, which is what's heading back as we speak right now. Artemis II was the first crewed mission launched April 1st, 2026 at about 6 p.m. It took 4 astronauts, Reed Wiseman, Victor Glover, Christina Koch, and Jeremy Hansen, who is a Canadian, on a flyby around the moon to test life support systems for future missions. This is the first human journey beyond low Earth orbit since
I can hear
1972.
it.
Right now I'm
I can
smiling
hear your
so big
smile.
because it's just unbelievable. I'm so I'm so excited to be alive and witnessing this right now. It's amazing. They're scheduled to splash down in the Pacific Ocean. Yeah,
Hour and a
in
half.
like half an hour
Hour and a
off the
half.
coast of
It's
San
8
Diego
o'clock. Yeah.
today.
It's 6:30
An hour
here
and a
right
half?
now in the
Oh,
Eastern. Yeah. No, it's 8.
oh, I thought it was 7. Okay, 8 o'clock. That's right.
Again,
Okay,
we're not good
yeah.
at math,
So
so good thing we're not
in an hour and a half.
astronauts.
We're not
Rebecca
astronauts.
is. Rebecca's good at math.
Yeah,
I don't think.
yeah. So 8 p.m. Eastern time, Friday, April 10th. That's when they're supposed
That is
to
when
land.
they're
Or they
coming
will
home.
land. They're gonna land.
Splashing
They're
down
coming home.
safely.
That's when they're coming home. And the USS John P.
Get a
Murtha
Bertha.
is picking them up.
Get a Bertha.
Big, beautiful naval
I
ship
like it.
to welcome them back. Yeah. Not
Oh,
B,
Murtha.
M.
Bertha, Murtha. Get it.
Murth.
There we go.
Murtha. Yeah. So the Artemis program functions similarly to the Apollo program, which I found fitting because Apollo and Artemis, they be twinning. Artemis II rocket is called the SLS, or Space Launch System. The Orion is the command module that will orbit the moon and bring the astronauts back to Earth. NASA will use the same SLS rocket and Orion spacecraft designed for Artemis III when they land on the moon. But also aboard the Artemis III rocket, they'll include the lunar lander, which is being developed by SpaceX, which they'll call Starship
Sounded like Star
HLS,
Trek
or
now.
Human
Like,
Landing
I like
System.
it. I like this
So the
trajectory.
SLS rocket, I know, Starship. So the SLS rocket and the Orion will not be reused. There are parts of the Orion that they'll be able to reuse, but they're going to like rebuild an entire new rocket and, you know,
I mean, that sounds
refigure
safe. I wouldn't
Orion,
want
but
a
they're going to
recycled
use the
rocket
same design.
going into space. That sounds.
No.
It's like a used car. You don't know what you're getting.
That sounds dangerous. Yeah. As of to right now, unfortunately, SpaceX is having some delays in performance with the lunar lander. Although they still currently hold the contract with NASA, they may lose it to another company if need be, so that the Artemis mission can stay on schedule. So if there's another company that can, you know, work the kinks out and make a lunar lander, then they'll switch companies. If nobody can, then they'll pivot, and their next option would be that they would make Artemis 4 be the mission to go to the moon. And Artemis 3 would do test missions in low Earth orbit, working on docking exercises and testing systems, which would delay the moon landing past 2028. Because Artemis 3 plans to land humans on
That's
the moon in
very ambitious.
2027.
Very
I
ambitious.
was
Does that make
thinking
sense?
that too. Like, wow, that's a short time period.
I think they
Okay.
can do it.
Yeah.
I'm not
I
saying
know
it's
this
not
is
possible.
maybe unpopular
Yeah.
opinion or popular opinion. I don't know. But why are we doing this? We getting there?
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, yeah, good question. Yeah, no, I don't even know if I wrote it down, but yeah, I probably figured you'd ask. So the idea is to eventually
Okay.
put people
Yeah.
on the moon, living on the moon. Like, I don't think it's like, hey, why don't you let's, you know, get some real estate on the moon and move there. They're gonna like have people living on the moon to kind of have a mock trial of what
Yes.
we
Exactly.
may possibly be able
Yep.
to do
It's
on
it's
Mars.
it's practice.
That's the ultimate goal.
Practice,
Yeah.
practice, practice, all in the
Yes.
as the ultimate goal being moon base.
Are they going to make it like self-sufficient where they can grow stuff?
Mhm.
Maybe have chickens?
Sure, that's
I
the
mean,
plan. Like,
okay.
it's not easy to go there and come back. So they're gonna have to,
Wasn't there?
or maybe it's just somewhere for them to land, like making landing easier. Like, I'm sure there's a lot of plans, but the ultimate goal is communications on the moon, a base on the moon, like for a staging point for Mars.
That's what I
Really.
thought. Isn't there some woman that like volunteered to do something where she knew
Yes.
she wasn't going to come
Yeah.
back? Or am I just
A lot
making
of
that
people
up?
have. Oh yeah, people are
It's probably
crazy. A lot
just
of people have volunteered for that, to go to Mars
No.
and never come
No.
back. Oh yeah, they
thinking.
assume that's what's going to happen,
Hard,
but that's
hard pass.
way in the future. Way in the
Hard
future.
pass.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
Hopefully I'll be dead before things get so bad.
Mhm. They also have talked about pulling water
Oh,
and
great.
Of
ice
Just
course
another.
they
off the
have.
moon and bringing it to
They
Earth,
already have?
Of
which
no, but of course
makes
they've
me
talked
worried.
about that. We have
That's
to
going to bring
No, that they've
we have
organisms
talked
to
with
about
us. You
doing
rape
that.
know it.
planets and
Yeah.
satellites, of course,
Haven't we
like
seen
for
movies
their
about this
natural
before?
resources.
Yeah.
Like,
hmm Well, yeah, because the moon is like very much dependent. We lean on the moon leans, like it affects the
well, the
tides of
moon's
our
getting farther
oceans.
and
Like,
farther away.
I don't
Did you
know,
know that?
taking water off the moon. Yeah. And the sun's
I don't
growing,
know how
but at a
far.
very
I
slow
don't know how many years they said that
pace.
before the moon will like just shoot off somewhere else.
Not something we have to worry about.
Yeah, they say a lot.
That's why.
So.
I know.
It's
This is
one and
just
a
things
half
that wake me
inches
up.
Not
per
yet.
year. So
That's a lot,
okay.
Rebecca. Okay. That scares me. 1.5 inches a year? That's a lot.
It's fine. Our technology will advance and we'll just make a really, really, really big lasso and just bring it back in.
Oh, that makes me feel better. Thanks, Rebecca.
Yeah,
That
be
sounds
okay.
believable. Yeah.
They'll work on it. I love sci-fi.
I think
know,
you've been
I
watching too
love
many
Marvel
Marvel
too.
movies.
And Star
Rebecca.
Trek. There's some good Star Trek coming out. I'm like,
I love Star Trek. Star Wars, meh. Star Trek, love it.
love it.
Hey, I want to watch
Especially
some Star
lately.
Trek
They've been
because
coming
I've
out with
heard so many
some
people say
legit.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a really good one.
Some
What
good
is
stuff.
it?
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Brave New World. That's a really good one.
Yeah,
It's like a
they're all good.
prequel to the original Star
Right.
Trek. It's awesome.
I didn't realize that until I was watching it.
That's what I heard. I heard that.
It's so
the
good.
prequel
Yeah.
was really good. The prequel was really good. That's what we were talking about when they were talking
Mhm.
about Star Trek. That
Anyways,
made me
sorry.
want to
Got
watch
us
it.
off track.
Yeah. Okay, so Artemis III is planned in 2027 to land astronauts on the moon's south pole. Artemis IV, planned in 2028, is focused on delivering the IHAB, which is the International Habitation Module, to the Gateway lunar station that will orbit around the moon. So there's a supporting mission called Capstone, which was a satellite launched in 2022 to test the unique near rectilinear halo orbit, NRHO, where the Gateway will operate. This is basically a type of orbit around the moon that is stable and uses minimal energy to maintain. The Gateway is set to launch sometime around 2028. It will travel to the moon without human inhabitants, and once in orbit, it will act as a space station for astronauts to use as a staging point between Earth and the moon. The Gateway, will be launched by SpaceX Falcon Heavy rocket, which is scheduled to launch before the Artemis IV mission, because as I said earlier, they plan to bring the IHAB to the Gateway during the Artemis IV mission. Artemis V is planned in late 2028 to early 2029. We'll add further modules to the Gateway station and deliver another crew to the lunar surface. So, like I said before, the end goal here is to establish sustainable human presence on the moon to prepare for Mars missions. So, yeah, I guess we'll see what happens. Like I said, it's the first 5 are really well planned out. The other ones, not so much. So there's really not a lot to be said about the other 4 missions
and they don't want to
of
jinx
Artemis, because I think those are still kind of in the works. Yeah, no kidding. Well, and plus, like, yeah, they don't even know at this point if Artemis 3 is going to land on the moon yet.
Don't get all crazy making plans.
We don't have a lunar module
just
yet.
do one at a time.
Yeah, if you're just going to have to rework them, right? So, Rebecca, you said earlier before we started this podcast that you had been following the Artemis mission a lot. I've checked in here and there and like looked at some photos. Kind of, you said that you were following some of the things that like the astronauts said. Like, can you share with us some information? Because I don't have.
We were watching about an hour before they went to around the dark side of the moon and lost communication. So we were like listening to that as they're approaching, and they were basically taking turns. Like there's 4 of them, and so they were one of them would go back away from the windows, and then 2 of them would be at the windows, and they were taking notations and like had cameras, and they were like, as they approached the dark side of the moon, because we literally did not know what is on that side. Like we don't know the terrain, we don't know I'm sure they kind of knew what it looked like, but they were like just amazed because that side of the moon is bombarded every day, all day long. I mean, there's no day in space, so it's all the time, nonstop. With I think they called meteorites. I think is the right term because I know there's different terms for that, but they were basically seeing meteorites hit that side of the moon even as they were like approaching. Like they were. It was amazing. Like it's like so pockmarked. It is, like the
So
side we
they
see is like basically smooth-ish. There's craters and stuff like that, but it's smooth-ish because like from one side, like the Earth will get it. If you think of like about trajectories, that side is like protected by Earth. Stuff's gonna hit us and burn up in the atmosphere.
no.
So the moon doesn't spin on an axis,
Correct.
it just stays. It just rotates the Earth.
I don't know.
We
So
went to
this
the
other
same high
side of
Oh,
the
I
school.
did not know
moon,
that.
I mean, there's a common
that
theme
Yeah,
here,
same high
Laura.
school.
side of the moon is just
True story.
it's really ugly. I mean, it's not ugly, but it's just I mean, it's just pockmarked. Like
Okay, we got to back up.
way
Go.
I wonder if those meteors hitting all the time
probably not because
moves
it's
the
moving
moon
in
at
the
all.
other direction. Like it's moving away.
They're probably too small.
But when they're
Oh,
going
like
across the
Well,
maybe
I
it's
know
moon,
helping us out.
that's why I'm thinking that.
Yeah,
Okay.
seriously,
Like maybe
maybe.
it would
I
move more
doubt
if it
it,
wasn't
but
for those.
I don't think that they're big enough. But they basically, as they approached, everything they saw was new. So they're
Mm,
like furiously documenting everything. So it was really cool. And then they
okay.
disappeared behind the moon. And they got videos and you saw it afterwards, but it's just like really dark, like facing the moon. I don't know. I didn't really see a whole lot of that, but they made it around and it was really cool. And they were like, they got back and had a little press conference, and the president was like, "Good job, even you Canadian." And it was all cool and everything. The
What is the
Terminator.
line
The
of
Terminator.
demarcation called
It's the
from the light
Terminator.
to the dark?
I'll be back.
It's cool. Because they
It's
kept saying the
crazy.
Terminator, the Terminator. I mean, my husband
I
were like,
love it.
"What?
I
What are
love
they
all
talking
these
about?" I'm like,
space names.
"I'm gonna guess that it's the line where the dark side meets the light side," and I was right.
Okay, I'm gonna ask my question. Yeah, Rebecca.
Yeah, if you ever need someone to go to trivia with you, take
I have to
Rebecca.
ask this
She's a good
question. Okay,
guesser.
you said
Okay,
there's
go ahead, ask your question.
meteorites, right? Is that what you said,
Yeah,
Rebecca? Meteors, meteorite
meteorites.
showers,
I think it's
meteorites.
meteorites,
I think once it hits
but these
Earth's
are
atmosphere, it's a
these are
meteorite.
hitting the
There's
moon.
something like that. I could be wrong. It could be the other
Well,
way
this is the
around, but I know it
moon,
Okay,
has
so
to
the
do with like
rocks that were
atmosphere.
hitting the moon.
Yeah, the moon
oh,
doesn't have
Whatever the.
could
atmosphere,
be.
so I think you're right. They're
I don't think
meteors.
Okay,
that's what
you're
they
not.
call
Let
them,
me
but one
ask
or
my
the other.
question, you two.
Yeah, go for it.
Shh. Okay, Rebecca, you said that there was rocks hitting the moon as they were frantically documenting. Okay, how did it not hit them?
Luck. I
Okay,
mean,
that's what I thought.
they didn't like. Yeah, it could have happened. This, I mean, these they're getting exposed to all kinds of radiation that the Earth protects us from.
New
It's not. It's
fear,
dangerous.
new fear in my
Yeah, dangerous. Yeah.
in
Oh,
my
yeah.
chest.
They could have definitely gotten hit by. But that's true of anything in space, really.
Yeah, but if it's like happening all the time, like you said, all the time, like that is
Okay, it says that the Artemis III did not get hit by a meteorite primarily due to the incredibly
Exactly.
low statistical probability of such an event, combined
Right.
with advanced shielding of the Orion capsule. While the moon experiences meteoroid impacts, the chance of one
Right.
hitting a person or spacecraft is extremely
Yeah. I mean,
low,
the
not
and
moon
the
is
shielding
impossible.
is
huge.
designed to
The moon
stop
is
It's
small
huge.
low.
projectiles.
So things are coming from wherever, all different directions because it's space. And it's not like they saw like 100 hit the moon. They saw this like happen like once or twice as they're watching this. So it wasn't like, so yeah, the odds of it happening, of hitting them are just so low that cross your fingers.
Yeah, it's not impossible. That's
No.
right.
So it says about 100 meteoroids the
Mm.
size of ping pong balls hit the moon daily,
Yeah.
totaling over 33,000
Yeah. I mean,
annually,
you guys need to
according to
look
NASA.
at the pictures that they have of look at the side you're used to seeing, and then look at that.
Yeah,
Huge
there
difference.
and there's there's bigger ones that strike. Once every 4 years, they have like about 8 foot across meteoroids that will hit.
That's big.
Yeah, and that brings up something
So,
I
yeah.
wanted to make sure that everybody knew is that they saw a really big lunar crater that they hadn't seen before. And they said something like it looked like it was lit, like it was like it almost looked like it was lit. I mean, it's not, but it looked like that. So they chose to name that crater Carol after one of the astronauts' wives that had died in 2020. And they knew this was they talked about this beforehand, so they made sure it was okay with the astronaut. But so they planned this, and it was official. Like it's Carol Crater. So that was kind of
Cool.
cool.
I like that. That's good.
It was
I so
the
too.
mission commander, Reed Wiseman, it
Yeah.
was his wife that died 6 years ago. So that was really cool, I thought. Good tribute.
Mhm.
Yeah, so it says that she passed
Right.
away from cancer. And yeah, the crew identified this bright spot
Mhm.
near the far side boundary.
Yeah,
How
it was pretty
sweet. I
cool.
love that.
Like
That's such
she's
a
the
wonderful
shining light
story.
on the dark side of the moon.
Aw, makes my heart
Right.
happy.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, I got goosebumps.
Okay, we don't
And
need to
that's
know
That is
anything
very
more because
beautiful.
that was
That's
perfect.
I love that.
Well, that was the one
Yeah,
it
it's
is,
done.
but also
It's a beautiful ending.
like that's the one thing about these space missions is it brings humanity together. It's
Yes.
not just America. It is not just
Right.
America. Like, and this wasn't just
Yeah.
an American feat. I
Right.
mean, we did a lot of it. Like, it was a lot of America, good job. But there was also like an international
Mhm.
community that was part of this mission and will be a part of future missions. Like, there's other international space agencies that want to help and do help.
That's good to
Like
hear.
Like Canada. I'm sure there's
Hopefully
more than
this,
that.
yeah. Hopefully this can kind of bring some people back together, unlike everything else that's been happening in the world. This is kind of like, I mean, I think it has a good, obviously, purpose, but it's a nice, dare I say it, distraction to, something that
It's good
happiness.
news. We don't have
Yeah,
good
it's
news
good
a lot,
news.
and it's good news for the world.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
Yeah.
all of humanity. Like this is one thing. Like once you're in
Yeah.
space, there's no countries.
Everybody's watching.
And there's no countries. Like it's space. Like you look back and you see that's Earth. That's our home,
Yes.
not Australia or America. That is our home.
Ooh,
That's our
yeah.
planet. We need her.
On that note of looking back at Earth, there's a picture where they took of Earth from Artemis II that shows both the aurora borealis and the aurora australis. Is that how you say it? At the same time. You can see like this very tiny green blue
Hey, can you
line
explain that
on
a little
both
bit for
poles of the
people
Earth.
that
Oh, yeah. So like I know the aurora borealis, which is the northern lights, and I've seen them here up in North Dakota. So it's basically sun rays that you see from the sun. They're always there. I think it's because of the way the earth is tilted that we get to see them sometimes up above in the sky, and they're at both ends of the poles of Earth. So up north it's the aurora borealis, and then down south it's aurora australis, I think is how you say it. I don't even know. So when they were flying back from the moon, they took a picture of the Earth, and you could
I wonder if
see
it's because it's like
both of
springtime
those
right
occurring at
now
the same time.
and the tilt
both.
isn't real far either way.
Yeah, I could be wrong that it's because of the tilt
I'm just curious. I don't know
is why you
anything.
see them. I looked at all this up when I
Yeah.
was seeing
The
them
Northern
here
Lights is what
in
I know
North
them as,
Dakota.
right?
I have pictures
Mhm.
of them. They're
Yes. I was going to say that's the
yes,
fancy
which
word.
is the aurora borealis.
It's Earth's
same thing.
magnetic. That's where the magnetic fields are the strongest, and the charged particles are getting trapped by
Yeah.
Right.
by the
Creating the
magnetic
little
fields at the
waves.
poles.
Yeah, they're pretty.
Yes, but it has to do with the sun's
Yeah,
rays. Like it's pulling the
solar
sun's
winds,
rays
right.
into Earth.
Yeah, anybody that's in astronomy is
Right.
probably like,
Yes.
oh, Lord, get
Oh
it
my
together.
God, these girls. Yeah.
I can't do math, therefore
You
I
know
cannot
what?
do
They're
astronomy.
Killing us.
We're an
No,
accountant
I'm
and a dental hygienist and
Why
a
are we
lawyer.
doing this episode?
Okay?
You get
We're
what you
doing the
get.
best we can.
But it's fun. Like, learn with us. Yeah, Google it.
It's
And
whatever
then,
we
or
find
leave
on
us a
Google.
comment. Say, oh my goodness, you're so wrong. We're totally open to that.
Okay, so here's the Google version. You can see the northern lights because energetic particles from the sun released during solar activity collide with gases, oxygen and nitrogen, in Earth's upper atmospheres. These particles are guided by Earth's magnetic field towards the poles,
Yeah, all
creating
I heard was
glowing ribbons of light.
That's all I need to know. The rest of it, I'm like, oh, check
It's
out.
purty. It's
It's
real
purty.
purty.
Okay, well,
I drink my wine and go, that's purty.
it's so beautiful. So beautiful. Okay, so another thing, a side note, some other fun space facts is I don't know if you guys knew this, but I did not know this until I started looking up like all the Apollo missions and whatnot. As we have Voyager 1 and Voyager 2, which are spacecraft that were launched in 1977 and are the longest operating spacecraft that are in interstellar space. They continue to transmit data today and are projected to continue to operate into the 2030s. But they have started to slowly lose power. Like they're starting to like decompose. Both the Voyagers have 12-inch gold-plated copper discs containing sounds, music, and images that are a time capsule of Earth. Is that not
Oh yeah, there's a
Trek-y
huge debate
space
about that
age
too, whether
crazy?
that's a good idea.
I didn't even.
For obvious reasons, like
Yeah,
or the
aliens.
aliens.
No
It's
kidding.
who's
Yes.
somebody gets a hold on that of this, which is highly unlikely.
Yeah, they got
It's a
info
big
on
freaking
us.
universe.
They might be
Then-
disappointed. They'll be like,
and
whoa,
then-
they are so behind. What is
I know
going
they're
on?
either going to be like, oh my gosh, this civilization
They're
is
so
really
dumb.
dumb, or I mean, it's the good aliens versus.
They
the
still
good
use
aliens versus
gold
the
and
bad aliens.
copper.
Finding out about us is the debate about that. Like, there's a lot of people that were like, "This is such a bad idea," and we're like pissed off about us giving the aliens all the information they need to defeat us. I mean, it'd be like them finding a needle
many
in a
years later,
haystack.
we're still
Honestly,
here,
like,
so
come
it's all
on,
good.
nobody's finding this thing.
Yeah. So when they originally set these Voyagers out, they were designed to study Jupiter and Saturn, but the mission was extended to study Uranus or Uranus, I think is how you say it, and Neptune. Through these Voyagers, we discovered Jupiter's rings, volcanic activity, and new moons around Uranus and Neptune. The Voyager 1 currently is about 14 billion miles away from Earth as of early 2026, and Voyager 2 is 12 billion miles away from Earth, which means it's traveling slower than Voyager 1. Both spacecraft are traveling in different directions. The Voyagers have shown us that the boundary of our solar system is thinner than we thought and acts as a magnetic barrier, that there is a plasma wall at the edge of our solar system where hot interstellar material meets the cooler solar wind. Solar winds propagate into interstellar space, which affects it, and detection of high energy rays that come from outside of our solar system, and a drop in solar charged particles once entering into interstellar space. Also, interstellar space is not a smooth, quiet environment, but rather is agitated by the magnetic fields of the Milky Way. So they used to think that once you get into interstellar space, you always think it's going to be you're just out there floating and quiet, and there's actually quite a bit of activity that's occurring, and we've learned that.
I wonder
from
what it
these
sounds like.
Voyagers.
Is it like static?
Pretty
or
wild, huh?
What? Listen to
Well,
the recording.
it's only pictures
I
that
don't
is.
know. I wonder
coming-
if you
Is it
could
only pictures that's coming back, or are they getting
look that up.
sound?
I don't know.
Yeah, because
That's
you're
a
not
good
scared
question,
of
Heather. I
aliens
didn't
like me.
even think of that question when I
Okay.
was looking this up.
I guess, yeah, you should be scared. Haven't
Not
you
scared
watched
enough, I
Falling
guess.
Skies? It's not a movie. It's like a
No,
show.
I
It's
don't watch
terrible.
enough movies to
It's a
keep
really
up with you
terrible show,
two.
in my opinion. I watch it when I'm on my bike. I watch it on my bike.
Okay.
Yeah.
So don't watch it, everyone.
Yeah, it's
Heather
like an
watched it for
extension
us.
of what's the
We
one
don't
with
have
Will
to.
Smith, the famous alien movie where he's dragging the
Independence
alien back.
Day.
Yeah, I think
Independence
it's
Day.
Independence. It is. It's
Oh,
Independence
It's
Day.
Independence Day.
No,
That's the zombie one.
I thought it was
different.
I Am or something.
Yeah. He's always on those end of the
That's
world
zombies. Okay.
movies. But that's what kind of like Falling Skies reminds me of. It's like the
Yeah.
after the fact type thing. Like if the aliens didn't get killed, you know, they always make the aliens look like bugs for some reason. I never understood that. But anyways, got distracted. That's not a very good show.
Good to know. Yeah, that's all I have for like side note, cool, interesting,
Yeah. Well, what about Mars? Like, have they even
extracurricular
determined like we
space
could live there? Is that like
interests.
definitive now, or is that still like, well, we'll figure it out when we get there?
No, they have to figure it out before we go, and it's not.
Oh, I'm
Nothing is
sure they.
Earth.
Well, they have
Yeah,
like a
but that's
rover
not
on
human.
Mars,
I
don't
mean,
they?
nothing is Earth, you know. Yeah, yeah, they're
No, I
they're
mean
working on it,
to
but I mean,
collect information.
we know it's
So they know some
really
stuff.
cold, and we know we can't breathe there, and we know we can't survive there without a lot of stuff. So
What's
it's
the
not
point?
Earth,
It makes me think of the movie. It makes me think of the movie
right?
The Lorax, where they have to like pay for their air. Like if we move to Mars, that's what's going to happen. They're going to have to like,
I mean, I understand the
you
need
know, how
that,
are we going to do
the
that?
human, we don't want to go extinct. So in order for that to happen, we have to we have to populate a different planet. Or if we stay on Earth, we will go extinct. One way or another, it will happen. Earth won't last forever. But, obviously it's going to happen
Hmm.
before then because we'll do it to ourselves. But so I understand the need to go out and propagate the stars so that we can continue humanity. But it's not Earth. Like, we got to find an Earth.
Yeah,
How about we heal the
exactly.
one we have?
It's not, I just don't think that it takes
Yeah,
like
and it's not
3 years
habitable.
to
It's
get to
not
Mars or
habitable.
something,
Like,
right?
and if we can figure out how to terraform it,
Yeah.
then
Okay, what?
maybe
What? Terraform
terra
it?
yeah, make it like Earth.
Yeah.
Like that, it's
Oh,
it's possible to do that.
Yeah,
right.
like make the
Yeah, it's
atmosphere
possible, but
have
holy
oxygen
moly, the
or what
science
have you,
around
right?
that, and it's so
Yes.
far exactly. There's other like moons
Hmm.
of I think Jupiter. There's a moon, Io, I think. I could be wrong. One of the moons, they're like, oh, it has water and blah, blah, blah. Like, hey, this might be somewhere we can go and live. But again, it's so far from the sun, which we need the sun. We have to be
Hmm.
close to our sun. Like, we're in what do they call the zone? We're in oh gosh, I can't remember. Goldilocks zone, I think is what they call it,
Oh, I think I've
where
heard
the
that
Earth
before.
is. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean,
Oh,
there
Hence
isn't
the
a
reason
good
there's life.
yeah, I've
there
heard that
isn't a good
before.
candidate in our solar system except for Earth. So that's my dilemma. Like, I know that with the reasons why they want to do all this,
Right.
and yeah, it might be possible. Like, I'm not saying it's not, but we're so far away from that technology that it's kind of like, meh. When we get there, I'll be excited, but we're not there.
And I think that the big issue I have with it is that
Yeah.
we haven't really
Right.
advanced much in many, many years because I just don't know if it's even possible. I don't think
I
it's
think it's
supposed to
possible. I
be.
just don't think we're there yet. And it takes money. And I think the private sector getting involved in the space
Maybe.
race is a good thing. We need as many agencies, corporate, whatever, as many people
Yes.
can get involved to make it better
Yeah.
and more feasible is a good thing.
Yeah, like part of the Artemis missions, some of the I can't remember because I didn't write it down, but some of the maybe it's one of the modules or something was made in Europe. So it's not like you said earlier, it's not just the United States, it's a part of it. And also SpaceX is a private
Yeah.
company as
And
well,
that's
so
good. I think
everybody's
that's why
involved,
we're going back
right?
to the
Which makes it
stars,
more
is because
successful.
everybody's involved again. We're doing it again.
Yeah. Hmm.
So
Yeah.
Which is surprising.
It's
I
the
mean,
only
in
way
the
to make
grand
it
scheme of things, I
successful.
feel like it's kind of interesting since we have this dichotomy right now of where you have people getting together to go to space, and then, the other side of it is where people are divided for other reasons. So,
well, the culture in the space in space
And
has
I like
always
back in
been like this. Like the International Space Station, like they commingle with each other, and what's going on in Earth
right.
doesn't matter up there.
yeah, it's collaborative. It's nice,
Hmm.
which should be the norm.
Hmm. And kind of the same thing was happening in the 60s when we were landing on the moon too. Like things here on Earth were really terrible, and
Yep.
this brought people
Yeah,
together.
Heather, that's a good point. This should be the norm.
So, it should. Yeah, no kidding. Well, on that note, thank you everyone for listening to this episode. I really enjoyed this one. I feel like I could have gone on for days talking about space. Once I researched something, I had a million new questions. I truly hope you all enjoyed it. Please continue to follow the Artemis missions and stay focused on that. Stay focused on the things that unite humans and bring us together, because that's what we're supposed to be doing here. I think if you really enjoyed these last two episodes about the moon, I think you could go back and also listen to Rapa Nui or North Sentinel Island. It almost seems like the people from these prior episodes come from another world as also. So thanks again for listening. We really, truly appreciate
Bye.
you, and take care. Bye. Hello, listeners. Future Laura here. I wanted to let you know the Artemis II astronauts made it home safely. Thank you again for listening. Bye.